The Desert Quandong, scientifically known as Santalum acuminatum, is one of Australia's most culturally important and ecologically remarkable native fruits. Often referred to as the wild peach of the Outback, the Quandong has been a crucial resource for Indigenous Australians for thousands of years, serving as food, medicine, and cultural symbol across vast arid regions. Today, the fruit stands at the intersection of ancient tradition and modern culinary innovation, with rising interest in bush foods elevating the Quandong to international recognition. Botanically, the species belongs to the sandalwood family, Santalacea. This connection often surprises casual observers, but it reveals a key feature of the Quandong tree: it is semi-parasitic. Like other sandalwoods, Santalum acuminatum is a hemiparasite, meaning that while it performs photosynthesis independently, it also forms specialized root structures known as haustoria. These allow the tree to obtain water and nutrients from the root systems of nearby host plants. This adaptation is crucial to its survival in harsh, nutrient-poor desert environments and shapes much of the species' ecological behavior. The native range of the Desert Quandong stretches across southern and central Australia, particularly in arid woodlands, shrublands, and open desert ecosystems. It thrives in regions that experience extreme temperature fluctuations, limited rainfall, and sandy or rocky soils. The tree's ability to persist in such environments makes it an important ecological component of the outback, providing food for wildlife and contributing to seed-based regeneration cycles even in distant, isolated landscapes. Quandong trees typically grow between 2 and 6 meters tall, with graceful drooping branches and smooth gray bark. Their leaves are narrow, glossy, and adapted to minimize water loss. The flowers, small and cream-colored, appear in clusters and emit a subtle fragrance that attracts pollinating insects. Flowering timing varies depending on climate conditions but generally occurs during late winter and early spring. The fruit itself is instantly recognizable, a bright, vibrant red sphere roughly the size of a small apricot. Its thin skin encases a tart, aromatic, peach-like flesh that has long been enjoyed fresh, dried, or cooked. The flavor is tangy and slightly sweet, with hints of citrus, wild peach, and gentle acidity that make it extremely versatile in both traditional and modern cooking. Inside the fruit sits a large, deeply ridged seed, a feature that plays a major role in Indigenous cultural practices. Nutritionally, the Desert Quandong is exceptional. It contains twice the vitamin C of oranges and high levels of antioxidants, including phenolic compounds and carotenoids. Traditional Aboriginal diets relied on this nutrient density during long travel periods or periods of scarce food availability. When dried, the fruit becomes lightweight and shelf-stable, making it easy to store for months, an essential survival food in remote desert climates. The medicinal reputation of the Quandong is equally noteworthy. Indigenous Australians used the fruit and its kernel to treat conditions ranging from skin infections to digestive issues. Quandong kernels were crushed to extract oils believed to possess anti-inflammatory properties. Decoctions from leaves and bark were used for colds, muscle pain, and wound care. Many of these uses align with modern phytochemical findings, which identify the presence of antifungal and antimicrobial compounds within the plant. Culinarily, the Quandong has gained a new identity in contemporary Australian cuisine. Chefs prize its deep color, aromatic tang, and ability to shine in sweet and savory dishes alike. Quandong pie is one of the most iconic preparations, but the fruit is also used in sauces, chutneys, glazes, jams, sorbets, infused spirits, and pastries. Its acidity contrasts beautifully with fatty meats like pork and duck, while also adding brightness to salads and desserts. The fruit's rise in popularity has driven the development of small-scale commercial orchards. However, cultivating Quandong trees is challenging due to their semi-parasitic nature. Farmers must choose compatible host plants, typically wattles, acacia species, saltbush, or native grasses, to support optimal growth. Soil quality, water availability, and climate variability all influence fruit yield. As a result, wild harvesting continues to play a major role in the Quandong supply chain. Sustainability concerns exist, particularly regarding overharvesting in certain regions where the species is a key wildlife food source. Kangaroos, emus, and other desert animals rely on Quandongs during drought periods. Conservation strategies increasingly emphasize balancing commercial interest with ecological protection. Researchers are exploring improved propagation methods, including tissue culture, to help expand cultivated stock without damaging wild populations. The kernel of the Quandong is another area of scientific interest. Although non-edible in its raw state, the seed contains oils and bioactive compounds currently being studied for potential applications in skincare, nutraceuticals, and natural medicine. The seed's unique appearance also gives it cultural value. Indigenous peoples have long used dried kernels for carving, jewelry, and ceremonial items. From an ecological standpoint, the Quandong fills multiple roles. As a fruiting tree in arid regions, it helps distribute nutrients across landscapes with minimal organic matter. Its fruits attract animals that disperse seeds far from the parent plant, enabling wide-range colonization. Additionally, its parasitic roots create complex networks within desert ecosystems, influencing soil moisture and nutrient flows in subtle but important ways. As climate change intensifies and drought-prone regions expand, the Quandong is attracting attention as a climate-resilient crop with significant potential. Its natural tolerance to heat, drought, and poor soils positions it as a promising candidate for future agricultural diversification, especially in regions seeking hardy perennial fruit species. Research institutions in Australia continue studying its genetics, reproductive biology, and optimal cultivation techniques to support sustainable growth. The Desert Quandong is more than a fruit, it is a symbol of survival, adaptation, and deep cultural heritage. Its presence in Indigenous lore, its role in desert ecology, and its growing culinary reputation make it one of Australia's most iconic bush foods. As interest in native ingredients continues to rise worldwide, the Quandong stands poised to become an ambassador for the beauty and resilience of the Outback. Whether enjoyed fresh in the wild, baked into a pie, or highlighted in high-end cuisine, the Desert Quandong remains a remarkable fusion of history, biology, and flavor.